Folks, this is my first wild nurse shark. I'm happy to have many of these first-time encounters with specific species, like this very moment, all documented on video. It's hard for me to elaborate how special this moment is because unless you've been a lifelong wildlife guru, it might be hard for you to understand or relate. But the nurse shark, for me, has always been a lifelong species of interest, and to find one now is really special. Being from Oklahoma, they remind me of catfish. They have these whisker-like protrusions. They're both kind of teardrop shape and often sedentary, laying on their bellies. I've always known about them. They're a staple exhibit species for most professional collections and aquariums. They have a large size but sedentary nature, beautiful coloration, docile demeanor, and ability to thrive in captivity, which makes them especially desirable display specimens. And this is all good. The nurse shark is the first shark species many people are introduced to or that they'll ever get to see. Many folks, even fellow divers who are friends of mine, seem to be indifferent to finding them. They don't seem to get any excitement from the interaction, and I can only attribute this to their being so commonly seen in captivity. That's not certainly the case with myself. I love these animals and I love finding them. When I was younger, I worked at a large pet store that probably should have been a zoo, and this pet store had large 400-gallon fish tanks, 1,200-gallon fish tanks, and even a 5,000-gallon indoor saltwater pond that had small black tips and nurse sharks on display. I remember tapping the water's edge with my fingertips to summon the nurse sharks to the surface to be hand-fed, and I would just pet them like dogs. Where are you going, buddy? What? Wow! There are so many nurse sharks here. I followed that one nurse shark over to these others, and many of these specimens are over 100 pounds. And this right here is my second finding of nurse sharks. This took place last winter. Pay attention, bro. You got a 4-foot nurse shark swimming behind you. Nurse sharks are found in the Gulf of Mexico, the Western Atlantic, and the Eastern Pacific. They're often sedentary during the day, hanging out in groups or chilling out under rocks and ledges, inside caves around rocky coral reefs or rocky reefs. At night, they become more active, moving about, hunting their prey like crustaceans, mollusks, rays, small fish. They are probably the most commonly seen shark amongst scuba divers, and while they're generally passive and docile and seem kind of slow moving, they shouldn't be touched or harassed. They will bite you. They are harmless, but they should be respected. Many divers have been bitten, touching them, pulling on their tails. And when it comes to marine life, I always like to recommend a hands-off approach as being the best. Nurse sharks are an attractive shark. They're sporting a yellowish-brown coloration. They have nasal barbels underneath their snout, above their mouth, that aid in prey detection, which is slurped up in an explosive vacuum-like burst. Specimens up to 14 feet have been recorded, but 8 to 9 feet is more average. It's nice to just be with them like this. It's peaceful. Mating occurs in June and July. Up to 29 pups have been recorded just under a foot in length and are expelled from the female's oviduct after a short 6-month gestation period. Juveniles can be found in shallower areas along grassy flats or along rocky ledges and crevices or on shallower reefs. The shallower areas, such as Rocky Reef, offer some degree of protection from predators while simultaneously providing a wealth of food sources. Small fish, crustaceans, and other invertebrates provide nourishment for growth. Watch this nurse shark approaching. It slams on the brakes when it seems to realize there is some large obstruction in its path. This little one is safely tucked back into the rocks, away from the elements. Oh, And for the nurse shark, here's a rundown on their classification. Thanks for watching this video about nurse sharks. I hope you enjoyed it. Please subscribe to Undersea Theater and catch the next video coming soon. Thanks a lot.